Howdy, partners.
No.
Ready for another F?
This is why we don't have Keagan do the intro.
Yeah, all right, you go. Do it again then.
No,
Yeah, I did it last time, so
Anyway,
you got to do it.
we're back to just the three of us. Good to see you guys.
Yeah, we've had a couple of special guests over the last couple of weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And we tried to get more people, but no one wants to join.
Yeah, we've kind of exhausted our friend group, and
Yep.
we're struggling here.
And those are all our friends.
All right, what's the topic this week? Keagan, take it away.
Today, similar vibe to last week. We're going to dissect and look at a recent, events
Oh my
that
god.
have caused an individual person to be shunned.
Okay,
Or
wait, what was
people
last
like-
week's, Eb?
Last week's was
Britney Spears.
Spears.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes, yeah.
So I guess
We ain't shunning her, though.
No, we'll looking after her, I guess.
Yeah.
This
We'll
one
be
we're doing
looking
the
after this
opposite.
person. Ah, okay.
No.
What's the
Okay.
topic? Just say it
Well,
already.
we'll see. We're gonna look at Ellen DeGeneres.
Ah,
Okay.
I feel like we've talked about her before.
Oh, I think so too.
We might have
Maybe
to make a mention
Yeah,
that
you gotta.
maybe, how many months, like 2 or 3 months ago?
It was the episode that had the
Surely it's
pink.
about that long.
It was like the pink color. I don't remember what it was about.
Yeah,
It was
was
about
a while
50
tried
ago.
twice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, gee,
And
yeah, that was ages ago.
We tried twice to record it as well.
Well, yeah, so basically
Both,
Keagan did an Alan topic, and we did it. The audio was bad, so we had to do it again. And then the second time, he didn't feel like being mean anymore. So then it was just shit. And here we are, about 3 months
I was
later.
still
He's
mean.
ready. You're ready to be mean again.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna spit facts. What's on? I'm gonna just talk facts, and you can make up your own opinion on her. But
Okay.
Okay.
we're all about the facts here, you know.
All the
Sure.
facts. Where are you getting these facts from?
I don't believe any facts that you're getting.
TMZ.
No, BuzzFeed.
Oh my god.
Hey, you're in the upper echelon of media right here.
Exactly. It's all the top-notch companies. All right. Well, pretty much the reason why we're revisiting her is that in recent times, as of I think the start of this month, the Ellen DeGeneres show is now being investigated internally by Warner Brothers Media.
Wait, it's being investigated by Warner Brothers.
So it's like an internal investigation.
Classic. The best kind of investigation.
Because there's been a series of allegations of racism, workplace intimidation, and other mistreatment of like the employees, and it,
Like throwing hot soup in a waitress's face. I think
No,
I
it
recall
wasn't
that.
Didn't
throwing.
she slam
It
the
was-
waitress's head
yeah, it
into
was
the
slamming. Yeah, that's the accusation. Yeah, but it's the allegations haven't just been specifically for Alan. There have been a couple, but the more internal is looking at other higher ups in the for the show who have been accused of these bad.
The
things.
degenerates of the
So-
show.
Okay.
That was so bad.
I was kind of
Haven't
working,
heard
that
you
joke
know,
before.
kind of working it in.
So essentially, it's not just Ellen that's the problem with the
No.
Ellen show. Okay.
But I feel like the conversation about this show and her kind of started a while back, and I think that's kind of helped encourage people to come out and share their stories. So we'll start from the start.
Can I just say as
but
well,
I'll just give you go for
with
it.
something like this, like if there was any other company, instead of just getting like their parent company involved, isn't there like a like work safe or something like that? Like, would they like come into this, or is that? Or would that happen after Warner Brothers?
This is I think this is like an initial internal investigation just to figure out. I think they
See if they can
don't
sweep
want,
it under
like
the
a
rug.
bad. Well, no, I don't think it's that. I think it's more like they just don't want like them to be in like a bad name, so they can figure out what the causes are and.
If they're the ones getting the money,
like,
why would
look
they?
forward.
Like, I honestly think they would try to sweep it under the rug.
Well, we'll see.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah, exactly. But
Well, I
just
guess we
of
won't
recent,
see.
no, we won't see that.
You haven't said
Just
one
looking
fact
at
yet.
like recent. Shut the fuck up! I would like to.
We've just been interrupting him trying to say stuff.
Oh god!
Is that a new
Alright.
T-shirt? Nightcap.
Wait a
No,
second.
this is not. This is old.
No, actually, Keagan
Yeah,
wore that
this
shirt in
is-
the very first video episode of the pod.
Ah,
There you go.
wow.
That's
The
a
one where I
pointless
busted in
fact,
when he was
but-
in bed with a girl. I busted in and then he came out and he was wearing that shirt.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Shout out to that girl. Come on the show.
All right. So let's move on. So, as of recent times, Ellen usually posts. If you follow her on Instagram, her show Instagram page has about, I think it's like 20 million followers.
Mm-hmm.
But as of I think it was mid July, it just stopped posting, and that's when these allegations.
Straight up! Wow.
Yeah, so if you look at it now, the last one is from mid July.
They're not even posting any.
What are the comments like on that last
No.
post?
It's just the classic.
Hi from Brazil and stuff like that.
No, they're like I don't stand for what you think and
Oh,
stuff,
okay,
or
good.
what you've done and stuff like that. And then on her, because that's her page, she doesn't have her own specific one, so there's no comments or a statement or anything about. The only thing that I could find is on her wife's Instagram, so Portia.
Yep.
She has her most recent post is a post saying, "I stand by Alan." Hashtag
As your
I
wife, you'd
stand
have to.
by Alan.
Oh, okay.
Be kind to one another. But the thing that really pisses people off about this is that her description for this post is, "To all our fans, we see you. Thank you for your support. Hashtag stop bot attacks." So she's
what?
assuming
Okay.
that everyone in the comments are just bots. That it's just one or two people that are angry, and then it's just going out of hand. Where I think a lot of the comments in this post are just "We're not bots, we're real people. Listen to us,"
Yeah.
and shit like that.
She probably could. You imagine if she's like, "Oh, I put the hashtag on, so bots can't come to the page anymore." I've stopped bot attacks.
The thing is, so on most of
But she's she thinks by doing that, it's okay, done. I've solved it.
Because she put the hashtag on.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Well, the thing is that she's because you can turn off comments on posts.
Yep.
And she hasn't turned off comments on this post, so she wants people to
She did the
have a
hashtag,
go
guys.
at it.
She's fine.
Exactly.
I guess when you authorize stop comments, you're kind of just giving in to whatever.
Oh,
you're
100%.
obviously not equipped to handle or deal with it. When a company just goes, or when a company's been in a scandal and they put no comments on their posts and stuff, it's you're not even trying. You just it's just a step that shows that they're not adept to deal with that kind of stuff.
And I think that's what the Ellen page has now done. It's
Well, there you go. Case in point.
Well, I mean, straight up, not even posting. That's I
Yeah,
feel like
no.
that's crazy, especially with
because
just the way that not posting, you're not getting any. No one's
Traction
coming to
or
your page.
Yeah, so because I follow the page and it would post at least
The only one out of
twice
us
a
three
day.
that follow Ellen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
make
We
sure
make
that's
that
a
clear?
big note.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and have
But,
ever
that-
followed Ellen? I think Keagan.
And I still follow. I just because it's more about the gossip.
Research.
Exactly.
That's what you said
'cause
2
I
months
enjoy the
ago.
content. Exactly. But yeah, they used to post twice a day, easy, and now it's nothing. It's gone quiet. So let's go back to the start.
Okay.
Where did this hatred? Well, not hatred, but
Keagan hates
this-
Ellen. That's the head. That's the title.
Yeah.
all right, let's go with it. So it started off with a tweet by Kevin Porter, a comedian. If you guys,
Okay.
and pretty much he said, "Right now we all need a little kindness, like Ellen Degeneres always talks about. She's also notorious for as one of the meanest people alive.
Mhm.
Respond to this with an insane story you've heard about Ellen being mean, and I'll match everyone with $2 to LA Food Bank.
There you go.
This is pretty much where
What a
Shout out,
kind
Kevin.
soul.
Yeah, that's nice. Hey, who knows how much
And,
money he's going to make for the food banks, you know?
no, who knows?
Did
Yeah, I
you
think
get
you
a figure
made
on
quite a
that?
bit. No, actually, I should have because I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that would have been good.
But I didn't. No.
That's all right.
And
That's all right.
we covered this in our last attempt at this episode.
But
And
that's
I
not
forgot
that's
to-
It doesn't exist.
the secret files, you know. That
That's
hasn't
on
been
my
released
computer.
yet.
What I was going to say was I forgot to bring over the screenshots I had, but I can remember a couple. I'm pretty sure one was about how Ellen had a very sensitive nose. So before people could like enter her dressing room, there's like a bowl of mints, and you had to have a mint. And then if she thought you smelt at all, she would either tell you to have another mint or send you home. and
Wait,
a
have
shower.
another mint? Listen,
Yeah,
you stank a
just-
BO. Have a second mint.
Yeah.
If that's not the case.
That's got to cure it.
I want your mouth
That
so
sucks,
minty I
though.
can't
Could you
smell
imagine that?
anything else.
Some people actually have problems with their personal hygiene that like they tried to like sort out, but you know, different people, you know.
Mm.
And I think she was very intimidating in the show area. And like, I guess interns, if they looked at her, she would tell them off and tell them to like look down and stuff. And she was known to have one person each day that she would target and be like mean to.
Oh
It
yeah.
was just to like let off steam. So if you were that one person, you didn't have a good day. Let's just say
act
that.
But it's
like
a different person every day. So it's like it's kind of fair in her eyes.
Oh yeah,
She's spreading it out evenly. Everyone gets a fair go. Your time will come.
exactly.
Surely she can just get like a punching bag or something. Like there's other ways to relieve steam.
Yeah. Or print out their faces and put it like if it's that, you know, just put or hire someone. She's got so much money. Doesn't she have like $300 million or something like that?
Or more than
Something
that.
insane.
Yeah, it's crazy. And
You could hire someone to be a personal bully, personal victim.
Just
100%.
follow-
you probably
Yeah.
I'd do that.
Yeah. Well, you do
50
anything
bucks
for
an
40
hour.
bucks.
Hey, for 40 bucks,
50.
yeah, sure, why not?
What about 20?
Yeah, I'd do that for.
You could like.
You
I feel
are
like the thing
desperate.
is,
If I
You get- no.
if I had living conditions in LA, sure, $20 an hour, I'd be.
No, it's
but
20
I
bucks a
think
day.
you could use.
Oh no, fuck that. Are you kidding me?
No, but I reckon do it for $20 a day. But that's just like your first income, and then your second base of income can be like you're that Allen person, and then you make your own like Instagram page, and you get brand deals, and you make it
Okay.
$1 trillion.
You just really thought about this.
You just say bully me. Yeah.
Exactly. You can be like referred to as like the bully, and if anyone wants to let off some steam, they pay $20, and they
That
can
sounds
just yell at
so
you,
horrible.
like,
This is
20,
so dark.
$20 a pop.
yeah,
Yeah, but
and it's-
imagine
it's
how
like,
many people. Because that
Yeah.
It's like
then it goes from
Cameo or
$20
whatever
a day. Sorry, you go.
It's like that app Cameo, is it? Like where you can like get famous people to do like quotes. You can.
Yeah.
It's the reverse. You can get people, and you just like
And then
FaceTime
they
with,
send
like,
it to you.
and then they
But-
just yell at you,
Yeah.
and then they give you $20. So it's
Actually,
like, I just yelled at.
on Cameo, the guy
Oh
from
no!
what?
You
Yeah?
just
We
cut
just
out a
lost
bit
you
there.
for a second.
On Cameo, the guy from Lord of the Rings, Samwise. His name's Sean Astin, something like that. I was looking through him, and because you know how some people, it's like they just do like 5 seconds or whatever, and they charge like $100. I don't remember how much he charged, but you can watch like a couple of their last ones, and his last for like 8 minutes or 10 minutes. Like he'll full like I saw one of them, and he was giving like college advice for someone who was going to college or something, and he was just like talking about like different life experiences he's had that like relates to this person. I was like,
Yeah.
shout out Samwise.
Yeah,
And
shout
what
out
was he
Samwise
charging?
Ganji.
Like,
He wasn't charged that much
$10?
compared to how much
Hmm.
stuff he was given. So
that's he knows his
He's doing the
business.
Lord's work.
Do
Just
you want
wanted
to go back to Alan?
back to
Yeah,
Alan.
yeah. Speaking of the Lord,
back to Alan. So after that initial Instagram post, people started to, I guess, recognize that she may not be actually a good person. And people started like rewatching old clips of like her interviewing people, and there are quite a few that kind of indicate her aggressive behavior or her behavior where she's just in it for like a laugh and like doesn't appreciate like the other person's what they're going through.
You have one in particular?
Well, there was the Dakota Johnson
Yeah.
one, which is pretty hard to watch.
what happened there?
I kind of forgot.
I can tell you what it was.
That's
I
another
did
one.
Keagan
All
through
right,
There you go.
you go.
folks.
So basically,
See?
they were talking about Dakota Johnson's birthday party or something, and then
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Ellen
yeah.
must have made a
Yeah.
remark that, "Oh, well, I would have loved to be there" or something, and then Dakota keeps her ground and goes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
"I actually extended an invitation to you, Ellen." Said it in a lovely way though. And then Ellen looks over to a producer or something, and she was like, "Was I invited?" kind of thing. Like, and then turns out she was invited. It's a bit awkward.
She just
And
didn't
then,
want to
yeah.
come.
Shout out Dakota Johnson.
Yeah,
Another
trying
one
to
that
handball it off to a producer there.
Yeah. And I think, she was going for that funny, like, haha, like I wasn't invited, like, trying to make fun of. But she just stood her ground, but it just made her look like shit, like Alan, just like, not like that. And another good example was if you're in the audience pre-show, they have like a table of like merchandise, like a hat or like,
Oh yeah.
like, it's like a stubby or something, yeah. And you can like take one item before you go in, and they got video of two. I think it was one or two of the studio audience taking two. So they took a hat and then they took something else, and pretty much they had like a 5-minute segment on the show where Alan like, called this person out. And it was like, and then they showed like the footage, and then the lady was trying to defend herself, and like, oh, it's for my like sister-in-law or something, and they're just privileged to be here and stuff like that. Then kind of like everyone's laughing, ha ha.
Yeah.
That was a little scratch, and then she like keeps going with this bit, and Alan's like, all right, there's a chair over there, you got to sit there, and everyone's gonna like point at you, and they got her like this high chair. View where the DJ sits, and just got her to sit down on that, like move chairs, and then spend like the whole episode there. And then
So she was on stage essentially,
pretty much, so they could. Like,
so she got a better seat.
But it was like,
Oh, you're
yeah, I guess.
Hey, so I'm turning this around on you.
Are you?
I reckon Ellen's the good guy here. Good girl,
Oof.
rather. Sorry.
But it was like humiliating for this lady. Just
True.
kept
No,
going.
I know that. Yeah,
It's like
that sucks.
It's like
Yeah, Reese, what the
10
fuck's
cent
your problem,
item.
bro?
Just taking like an extra like sip of water.
What?
That's all. You know.
That was a bad analogy.
That was terrible.
Maybe not in your household where you don't share water or offer anyone water.
Ooh, Keegan's the Ellen of this group.
When she had long
I'm
hair.
gonna stay. I'm the Dakota Johnson of this group.
In fact, you
Ooh,
look like
okay.
Ellen as well, a little bit.
Oh, do I? in what way?
No comment.
Your blue eyes.
Oh yeah. I don't even have blue eyes.
Your
Yeah, I don't
figure.
know.
All right.
Wait, there was also another. Speaking of celebrities
Go for it.
on the show and her kind of getting called out. I forgot who the celebrity was. Oh, and Dylan's standing up. There was one celebrity. I can't recall what her name was, but Ellen made comment that her father was actually an extra, or like someone who kind of filled in every now and again for
Oh yeah.
for the show in like bits and stuff like that. And the celebrity was like, she corrected her and was like, no, he's actually like just like a minor actor sort of thing. Like he's an actual actor or something like that, and just corrected Ellen.
Oh, but then they like
the show
played
and
off
everything.
because Ellen then was like, no, I wasn't calling your dad or whatever an extra. I was saying he's extra. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
like his personality is extra.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, fuck off. There's such a, it's just such a, I don't know what the word is. I got 3 words and I can't think of either of them.
I think it's 3 words.
It's just like such a cop out to say that.
Yeah. It's like she would have. Her producers probably would have high fived her. They're like, "Yeah, you saved that. You fucking killed that."
Yeah.
Who's that actress in Modern Family? She's the
Sofia Vergara.
Vergara. There's also clips. There's like a montage of Alan. Like they're supposed to be like best friends. I think. All on like in the show, they like kind of make it out to be best friends, but there's like a montage of just Ellen just making fun of how she doesn't think she can speak English properly, and she's like, "Wow, you learned 3 words today," and just like clips like that, and it's just like, "Ooh, that's quite."
Ellen's pretty untouchable with shit like that. You know, I feel like
because it's fun because she's. You know, because it's Ellen.
But they're best friends on TV.
Yeah, she's allowed to bully her for not being able to speak a language of not her original language. Just cut that. I fucking fuck.
Every time you say cut that, I leave it in because
cut it.
By saying that, I'm leaving it in.
I'm not sending this part of the audio.
Do you have, Keagan, any accounts from crew members or anything that have actually come out and written their experience outside of like the mints and the BO and stuff like that?
So there was this is one of the BuzzFeed articles.
Is what he's saying.
Okay. Yeah.
So there were people that came out to BuzzFeed pretty much, and it just says a black woman who used to work on the Ellen DeGeneres show told BuzzFeed News she experienced racist comments, actions, and microaggressions during her 1.5 years as an employee. So pretty much there's one that said she said when she was hired, a senior level, so this wasn't directly Ellen.
Yeah.
This is a senior level producer told her and another black employee, "Oh wow, you both have box braids. I hope we don't get you confused."
Box brains?
Braids, as in like the
hairstyle.
Yeah.
And at a work party, she said one of the main writers told her, "I'm sorry, I only know the names of the white people who work here." And the other co-workers awkwardly laughed it off.
Ooh.
So they didn't even like come to her defense and like support her. They were just like,
from what I've heard, it seems like the work environment on that show and like obviously the higher ups and then the people in power there, the environment is just pretty toxic. And
I think it's because
I'm sure like
the fact that they've been on so long and they just think that they're untouchable at this point.
Yeah. And they got all the money in the world to do whatever drug they want.
Sure, yeah.
Just going to throw that out there.
Yeah, how did the drug thing come up? Ellen can do all the blow she wants now.
Probably does.
Hey, who's to say she hasn't been doing it?
Yeah, exactly. I feel like she'd be on it.
Recent photos of you calling her out.
I've actually seen any recent photos because she's gone like quiet.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that's...
Reese sent that photo of her passing the joint, so, you know.
We'll put that one on the Instagram.
Real,
no, that was real, I think.
It was real.
I'm pretty sure. BuzzFeed told me, Keagan. BuzzFeed told me.
Oh, okay. My bad.
I did see an account from one of the DJ, the resident DJ of Ellen.
DJ Twitch.
Yeah, potentially.
You know a lot about Ellen, Keagan, and
I do know about this guy. This guy was on So You Think You Can Dance, because I remember watching it and seeing him.
Should have stayed on Ellen. So he was on Ellen from like 2003 to 2006, and then
okay, no, this is not him. because the most recent one's 2014 onwards.
Oh, okay.
So, my bad.
Well, and then he was on from 2008 to maybe 2013 or 2011 or something like that. So he's there for like 2 big, 3 to 4 long periods.
Yeah.
And in between, there was a DJ called Samantha Ronson or someone Ronson, not Mark.
Apple Depop.
Not Apple Debop, unfortunately. But he was saying that the experience and that the environment there was something that really needed to be fixed, and it was a huge issue. He didn't say specifically the things he said that he received.
Was it the whole stint that he was there, or was it only for like a certain?
For all the time he was there in both year, whatever. He was saying that like the environment was super toxic and it just wasn't a great workplace at all.
Did he make that comment back then or now?
I think because of what's been happening now, he did make comment onto it, and people were saying essentially that DJ in the middle was like who was in between his 2 little periods. She's kind of like a celebrity, so she obviously is going to say like nice things about Ellen, because in all these situations, like Katy Perry saying that she's the loveliest person ever. It's like, because you're a celebrity and you have so many fans and such a wide grasp on like an audience. Of course, she's going to be nice to you because you have somewhat equal power to where she is.
So yeah, Katy Perry had to come out and make a second statement where she was pretty much like, I was just telling everything from my own perspective and my own experience with Ellen and stuff. And everyone was just like, yeah, like we get that. Like we don't give a fuck. Like obviously your experience is going to be great. Like she doesn't care about.
She must have caught like some backlash from it then to cause her to do a second one.
Well, I think it's that whole thing like with the remember at the start of quarantine and stuff where they did that John Lennon song. What was the song? Imagine.
Hey.
Oh, Imagine.
Sorry, Reese. You got somebody over there?
Just had some guests pop in.
Get them on the screen.
Sorry, we're good. No, they're gone.
But it was kind of like that John Lennon Imagine thing at the start of Isolation. It was like, we don't like nobody really cares about.
No one cares.
No, that's not giving us hope. It's the same as like Katy Perry and Ashton Kutcher saying that Ellen's a great person isn't going to change our opinion on how she's treating the people that are like our class. Like just you're so much more detached, Yeah.
Yeah, it's a similar sense when actors kind of take their stand on social justice and things like that at the Oscars. It's like, just take your award and sit
Well, that's
down.
like what Ricky Gervais said. He was like,
that's probably what I'm kind of.
Yeah,
that's the energy I'm. And like, I completely respect and want people to be able to use their platform if they have that kind of outreach, but like do it properly and don't just like, do you have to win an award to say that shit? Like,
yeah, that's
and
true.
It shouldn't be like a one-off thing as well.
Yeah.
So was that Keagan?
Like there shouldn't be a one-off thing. You can't just like say in one circumstance under one occasion. Like I think if people are going to listen to you, it's going to be like I feel like Leonardo DiCaprio is like a good example. Like he's so strongly supportive of like stopping climate change and like trying to save our planet
and really
and
young
it's like continuous
girls.
It's just like and what? Oh, does he also
not like,
underage?
Not underage. Well, let me just clear that up. Not underage, but very young women.
Yeah,
women. Yeah.
That's his thing, apparently.
I think an interesting thing that's from all this conversation as well is it reminded me of when the Black Lives Matter protests were happening in the States. And because Kendrick Lamar is infamous for being quiet on Instagram, like doesn't really have a social media presence and stuff like that. And all that stuff was happening and everyone was posting their black squares and all that on Instagram or whatever. And then I remember seeing so much stuff like Kendrick, where are you at? Like, we need you right now kind of thing. And it was like, you're talking to the guy who his past, 4 albums are all about like black empowerment and everything like that. Like he's been doing it for years, right?
Yeah.
And it's like that whole it's like the Leo thing. It's somebody who's not just doing it that one time that gets the attention. Like everyone's looking at, say, like, oh, Reese Kennedy showed a black square. Or so. Yeah, I know you didn't.
No, I didn't. Let me just say, no, I didn't.
I know none of us did. But
so we all don't support it.
No, that's not it at all.
No, that is not what we were saying. We don't support the black square, correct?
Yeah. But we do support Black Lives Matter.
Yes.
100%.
But yeah, I just thought that's interesting because so many people are all just about like, we just need the one moment when everything's hot kind of thing.
Yeah. Harriet showed me a picture of somewhere in the US they had Blue Lives Matter or something like that. You know how that they had a huge, I think it was Black Lives Matter or something written on a road. They did a huge Blue Lives Matter or something, and you can't even read
Smurfs?
it. The Smurf? No, not the Smurfs.
Who's blue?
It's the police.
No, like because it's like the blue line.
Oh,
like yeah.
The police,
and they did it like all stylistically and everything, not in clear block letters. They had like stars and like the flag and everything in it, and you literally can't read it. It's so
wait. It's
bad.
On like a road.
Yeah, it's like the same.
It's like a charcoal
thing.
Road.
Yeah, but it just looks horrible. Yeah.
Should we get back to Ellen?
Also, interesting. Okay, maybe we shouldn't get super political, but
hey, why not? Let's do it.
Why not? Yeah, but
the Ellen app,
the Blue Lives Matter stuff. Just a lot of interesting comments where it's like, blue is it's a job. You're a police officer. You're choosing to do that. I don't think you guys are actually getting the message that black isn't a job that you can just turn off if you want.
Yeah.
And it's just like, the States right now, the United States is just, I really do feel for the people living over there. It's got to be, it's really hurting right now. And I have a lot of friends over there, and it's just like, it's so sad to watch. And all this stuff with like the mail-in ballots and all that shit. And it's just like, this is just a horrible year. And it's just exposed like so many flaws and everything. And yeah, it just fucking sucks.
Which is, it's good to expose those flaws because then they're out in the open. But yeah, it's obviously not the best way to do it. Or the best way that it could have come out, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
In a big year, I guess. But yeah, back to Ellen.
Sorry.
Back to Ellen. So during the first lockdown period for us in Australia, but I think it was just like that first initial wave of the coronavirus spread, where I think globally it was kind of hit a point where everyone was told to isolate if possible.
Yeah.
Ellen did so in her $27 million mansion.
Yep.
And in one of her, because she has like a YouTube equivalent of EllenTube, and in one of the one of the videos, she compared living in this mansion to being in jail.
Oh yeah.
And I everyone in the jail. Oh, sorry, you're gonna quote?
Yeah,
okay, go for it.
I'll quote it. She said, "There's a clip posted poking fun and trying to make I don't know why, but trying to make the situation relatable." She said, "This is like being in jail," she said, "mostly because I've been wearing the same clothes for 10 days and everyone in here is gay." And that did not sit well with anyone, really.
But also, a funny thing with that, wasn't it reported that she actually wasn't staying in her $27 million house? She was actually staying in her $35 million house?
Yeah, it was something like that.
Or I think
her
it was like
$17 million.
Yeah. But then it was her 27. But yes.
Fucking idiot.
And then there was a whole controversy over the initial, because most of the talk shows in the US and I'm sure globally, like kind of went they changed the setting of it so it was all like in-house in her house or in whoever's show's house
to comply
And
with
there was-
the guidelines of social distancing.
Exactly. And there was a lot of crew and mostly just the crew that weren't informed by the situation, like if they still had their jobs or if they
Oh yeah,
were
yeah.
still able to work. And there was like no real information given to them about the whole situation. And then it turned out that Alan actually hired like a new, different group of people to complete like the duties of the show. So she copped a bit of backlash for that as well.
Because there were lots of people had been working for her for like years and years. And
She's been on for like 15 years or something.
There was it was more like their core group of it was like 30 employees who did not like receive any written communication or like told about any of their like job status really.
Yeah.
And if they were still an employed member of the team.
Yeah.
And
And
it's
no
like-
compensation for that either.
No.
I'm pretty
So
sure.
that was,
Yeah.
yeah, I haven't followed up on if I'm sure some of them would have been informed and been retained, but I'm sure there would have been one or two that did actually get let go. Particularly even how the situation has progressed now for quite a few months. I don't think any of the talk shows or any of like I guess Hollywood's really gone back to normal as of yet.
I know when all that stuff was happening, and because Ellen and the team at Ellen or whatever, wasn't really reaching out to the crew and stuff like that. But then I remember hearing of people like Jimmy Kimmel and Conan actually were taking it upon themselves, because obviously they're part of the producers of the show as well. Taking it upon themselves to reach out
of their show.
Sorry, yeah, and
Yeah,
like pay
not of
their
the
employees out of pocket. So that shit was really good, and just shows how like it's a multi-million, dollar show. It can't be that hard to send a fucking email,
Yeah. Are they still like all their shows still going?
I know Jimmy
is it like-
Fallon actually just started going back into the studio, but there's no crowd, and the routes are all social distance. I think all the guests are still over Zoom and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But, and then I know, I don't think anybody else is back. But Jimmy Fallon's wearing all like knitted sweaters, and his hair's all like messy, and he's in the studio and stuff. It's kind of funny to watch. He's like super tanned now.
What?
Really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Where does he live? Where's the shot?
It's in New York. Yeah, it's Rockefeller.
Yeah. How's he getting tanned? I guess it's summer over there.
Yeah, if you
Makes sense.
watch one of the clips, it's so funny to see, because I'm like, this looks so weird. Like in the middle of the
I saw like a trailer or like a advert for America's Got Talent, and that is weird because they've got like the judge. It's like outside for some reason now. The judges are set up in like those like Hollywood director kind of chairs.
Yeah.
And there's like 4 in a row, and then they've just got this like cinema-sized plasma TV in front of them, and that's where the people like are performing, but they're doing it from their homes. And it's just like, I don't know, like the screen that is shown on is just too big. It's like way too oversized. It just looks so unusual. That'll be on the Instagram.
Is it like a projector or something? I picture that just being like the worst idea in daytime. They're just like, I can't even.
Oh no! So it's a nighttime, yeah. So it's well lit.
Okay.
So, but I feel like it kind of looked from the advert that like it was like kind of digitally put on. So they had like the screen, and then they've just like digitally enlarged like something off onto there. Because like, how can you shoot something from your home and then get the quality? Well, I'm actually not sure. They probably could have done that.
No, I could probably picture that as watching like a really shitty quality version, and then they're digitally making it look better.
Blown it up or something. Yeah. So that was a
pass
funny
on
thing
that.
that I noticed. Well, no.
That's
Give it a
like
go.
with some like those TV shows, The Bachelor and stuff like that. They're on right now. I don't watch it, Putting it out there.
I think you do.
Dylan doesn't watch it.
Interesting.
They're like halfway through the season is when coronavirus has hit. So like the second half of the season, they're all social distancing and doing dates and stuff over Zoom and stuff. I think. Not that I know.
That was... Well, I had watched a little bit of MasterChef this season or whatever, this year, because I had to, just because.
It was good. I enjoyed it.
Keagan loves MasterChef.
Not a fan of MasterChef, personally. But anyway, regardless. Like halfway through the season, like, coronavirus hit, and then they're all having to social distance and elbow each other, you know, instead of handshaking and things like that. And yeah, it was interesting to see how spaced out everything was.
I remember watching the season finale of that, and then they announced, I think it was Amelia who won. And
I haven't seen it.
It came out like 2 months ago. But then she was like versing another contenders, was them too. And then they like announced that she won, and she like started crying, and she was like, really, it looked like very emotional, but she could like touch anyone or anything.
Yeah,
so everyone was just like clapping and she's like, oh, crying. And then she actually embraced someone.
Yeah, every time someone was eliminated, like, no one could console.
Yeah.
Console? That's the word, right?
Yeah, I think
so.
Yeah,
no one could console anyone else because, like, who was it? Reynolds or something? He, like, because he was, like, the shoo-in for the win. Like, he was so creative and everything, and his story and whatever. And as soon as he got eliminated, he was, like, he literally, like, broke down, and everyone was just, like, they just stood still because they couldn't do anything. Yeah. Just so uncomfortable. Even more uncomfortable than it usually is.
Yeah. What a weird world we live in now. It's crazy.
Like the amount an elbow.
In the jaw.
That's a segue, Keagan. Keep going.
I was just going to kind of wrap it up now. And just, so pretty much since this whole debacle has come out about her and all this negative press,
debacle is a good word,
allegations and things. The only, I guess, statement that she's actually delivered was it was an email to her fellow employees.
So she can send an email.
She can email. I don't want to read all of it because it is like 4 paragraphs.
Don't read it all. I don't want it.
I don't want that.
You obviously went through it and got the good parts, though. You read all of it.
No, I did.
Okay.
So pretty much.
What did you do to research for this?
First paragraph.
Is this the Otter episode all over again?
I think I've been pretty informative this episode.
All the info you've said.
You need to
90% of the info
you're reminding me a bit of Alan right now.
Oh, hold on a second.
Hey, Keagan, you're a bit smelly. Go home.
You can't
eat
smell
a mint.
Yeah, I have a second.
Get one. I have a second.
Sorry. Continue.
What Dylan? What were you saying? No, I feel like I want to hear what Dylan was going to say.
I was going to say, I feel that not that there's anything wrong with that, but 90% of the material from this week is from the episode 2 months ago.
Well, in my defense, not too much else has developed.
No.
So
true.
Hey, third time's a charm.
Exactly.
We might just post the first one.
Yeah, probably. Jeez, please don't. What was the reason behind the first one? Not?
Because
my audio is bad.
You called her a bitch too many times.
I did not.
Hey, don't cut that.
Hey, I've got the footage. I'll put it out.
Cut that.
I'll leak Keagan's footage. In fact, I think you started that episode by just saying, "Today I'm talking about a bitch Alan," or something like that.
I don't think I did that.
I got the clips. Go back and find it. Yeah. Show it right here.
Well, I'm going to say, I'll just go briefly over what the email had said. First of all, she just apologizes. Just says that...
Or just in general.
Just a general apology.
Yeah. Bad apology.
I think
to start off.
Yeah. She's like, I wanted to create this place for happiness, and it seems like some people don't think that. And then she said she's sorry. Then she's gone on about like the internal investigation and how like they just have to, it's like a bit of a long process, so there might be a bit of people coming in, maybe talking to them, and and then she just says that she's like proud of what she's created.
Okay.
And she's found a lot of joy, and she said,
people.
if not for the COVID experience, she would have done this in person. But because of that, she's had
You've
to
had
write
15
an email.
years, honey.
And then she just said to stay safe and healthy.
She
And
couldn't
she
do a
said, "Love
video?
Ellen."
Like,
No, she had to do an email, looks like.
yeah.
You had to hire
you can't-
another crew to do the video.
But she said that she can't wait to be back on stage. So I think she's pretty confident that this is all just going to blow over and she'll be fine.
I did read something
might,
in that email. Sorry to
for
cut
it.
you off. I didn't mean to cut you
yeah.
off.
Oh, so you have actually
You've read the
this.
email.
I did the research, guys. But it was like she said that there was some things that had been happening at the show that she wasn't aware of. But it was like, why are all these stories, or majority of these stories, about you? But you're saying that, oh, you know, stuff's been happening and my name's on the show, so it's like now I like it's, you know, it has to go through me and stuff like that, and it's like, okay, you're not getting it either, Alan. Like,
Yeah, I guess the thing is too, especially if it's the environment that all the higher ups, including Ellen, are just being really disruptive. You know, just bad. I guess the thing is, if you got bullied by a random exec, and then you got bullied by Ellen Degeneres, who, like, what are you going to remember? Like, really? Yeah, everyone's going to remember the fucking time Ellen DeGeneres bullied you or whatever happened, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's part of the thing that comes with being so famous. Like, if you're not, I don't know. I find that lots of celebrities have that issue where they welcome stardom and everything, but then they don't really understand what else they're getting themselves into when they, like, with their actions and things like that.
I don't know if this sort of played a role either, but I think the show does bring a lot of good to a lot of people, and it does provide like a platform for like a lot of, I guess, like charities and stuff, and to get more recognition. So I think maybe possibly people didn't want to come forward as soon as, or as they have, just because I guess if you're stopping a show that's bringing so much good, you kind of feel a bit of guilt. I don't know if that's playing a role, but I could see possibly that potentially that's why maybe it's taken so long for people to step out and actually
I guess the thing is
what they've experienced.
What it's come from all of this is that, like, the show probably wasn't the issue. It's the people behind the scenes that were getting their egos so big from the show being so good, or something like that, you know? Because, like, the show would be great if if you had that same format, just chuck someone else in there, get a better exec team. Or
Eric, Andre.
Oh, yeah. Eric on Ellen. Oh, Eric
Keagan
Fallon.
West.
What's the hashtag?
Yeah.
Keagan West is the host
Me.
of the new, the Keagan West show.
Oh, that'd be terrible. That'd be...
I'm going on Keagan tonight.
Keagan comes out, does these dance thing.
I think that's
Dance
my
around the
favorite
crowd.
part. Yeah, my favorite part of the whole Ellen show is her going
dancing.
around dancing and no one being allowed to touch her.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah.
you can visibly see. I've only watched like once or twice her actually dancing through, but you just see everyone is like, they're dancing, but they're like an extra foot away than you would normally. And this is before social distancing and everything. Like, it's just, imagine if someone just like, someone's dancing, they accidentally like knocked into her. Bodyguard comes from the side and just takes her out. You touched Ellen! And then she'll probably bully you as well.
I just picture like when everyone's going to their seats, because there is that one aisle that is like bigger for her to dance through, right? And so it's like, hey guys, like the person taking to the chairs is like, hey guys, welcome to the Ellen show. You're in the dancing Ellen aisle. Oh my god! And then they're like, yeah, don't you fucking touch Ellen.
Yeah,
I said if you fucking touch Ellen. Anyway,
You've never seen a
enjoy,
light of day.
anyway, enjoy the show.
If I have to like,
Holding a
have to,
clipboard
like,
and a fucking headset.
yeah.
What did she
If I
say
have to,
about
like,
touching
sign a
Ellen?
waiver.
Don't you fucking touch Ellen.
Keagan.
Yeah,
No,
I was
you were
just going to
saying
say that they
something.
probably have to probably sign like a waiver, and if they do actually touch Ellen, then
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
liable
like-
to be physically tormented.
abused. Yeah,
I just picture there's like
seen
a
Ellen's-
Dr. Evil kind of like, you know, on the Dr. Evil table, and he's got the seat that falls back and you go into the dungeon underground.
Yeah,
It's just like that. You high five her or some shit
but
that
for the dancing row.
it just slips you through.
Just slits your throat. Is that what you said?
I didn't, but I like that better.
What did you say? Just slip the what?
I said it just slides you through, but don't worry about it.
Well, you could slides you through, slit your throat.
Okay,
You know?
there's
Kinda
some.
sounds
I
the
think you've got a couple of. You want to hurt people. I think that's what you're going with. These past couple of ebbs.
There was something I was going to say, but I think it's gone. Unfortunately.
Okay, well, maybe
should
we
we
should end
wrap it
on James Corden is in talks to replace Ellen. So we should finish off with the discussion about our love for James Corden in Cats,
Yep, method actor. That's what he
in
is.
Ocean's 8, in...
haven't seen it.
So can I actually just say one thing about his role in Ocean's 8? I think I've already told Reese
Please.
this.
Yeah.
Have you? So you haven't seen Ocean's 8?
No,
So it's the remake of the Ocean
11
series.
Friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, what was the
With
first
all
one?
female cast.
Ocean's 11. There's
Yeah,
Ocean's 11, 12, 13, 8. So we need 9, 10, finish off the... Anyway, so James Corden
Is
is...
it 8?
Yeah, so it's the
Like a very
female
old one.
cast. The Sandra Bullock led cast. Came
That's
out
the one we're talking about?
So anyway, so their big heist happens and whatever. This is minor spoilers. And then, so then it cuts. It's about halfway. So the heist happens, right? And then the thing cuts. And then you're in front of a hotel or a bank or something. And a taxi pulls up. And now a suitcase comes out. And James Corden comes out, right? Looking just like James
Of the
Corden.
suitcase.
No. I wish. So he gets out and he thanks the driver. And he looks just the same. He looks like he's in his late night jacket or whatever. And he says thanks to the driver in his James Corden voice. And he goes in, and then he goes down to there must be like a basement, and he's meeting people about the heist, about
The
this
bank vault. The bank
vault. That's the word. And he goes down. And there's two people there, and I was with Grace in the theater, and we're like, James Corden, kind of playing James Corden. And then
What's he doing there?
He goes up and he says, all right, guys, well, my name's like Detective Reynolds something, or whatever his fucking name is. And then we're just like, what the fuck? Like, you're not acting. You're literally, it's just James Corden in this movie. Even all the little wits he makes and stuff like that is like, you're just being James Corden right now. Like, there's no, like, acting here. And
Do you reckon they wrote that part specifically for him so he could just be himself?
100%.
That makes sense.
So he didn't have to act because he probably can't. I mean, we've seen Cats.
We've seen Cats, so yeah.
I haven't still, but
Hey, you're missing out.
I know.
But anyway, if
Should we
you
put
just
some
watch...
Cats memes on our Instagram?
No, I don't want to see any of it. I don't want to see Cats again.
Fair
Anyway, I just thought that scene from Ocean's 8 was hilarious because I was so
Visibly
convinced
scarred.
that he was just playing himself until he was some detective. And I was like, this isn't... I'm out of this film now.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Were you in it before?
A little bit. Like, yeah, there's some good sequences that... Not as much... Like,
But
I
you were out
love the
of it.
original... well, not the original, but the Steven Soderbergh trilogy. I just love that so much.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Fair enough.
Do you want a little fun fact
thanks
before we
for that,
go
Dylan.
off?
Yeah, we're always
No.
down with fun
We'll
facts.
just go for one more fun fact. The original Ocean's 11 with Frank Sinatra back in the day, is the reason Frank Ocean got his name, because Frank Sinatra's character was his favorite, and he plays Danny Ocean in the film. So he put them Frank Ocean. Boom, there you go.
Wow.
Wow. Well, that's exciting.
Who'd have thought?
Thanks for that fun fact.
Did anybody even know that?
I
do
not
now.
know.
There you go. Well, thank
You
you
know how
guys.
Tyler the Creator got his name?
Who?
Tyler the Creator.
No.
How did he do that?
He's going to say some dumb shit. Look at him. Fucking hell.
All right, we'll finish this up. See you guys.
Okay, bye.
Hey, wait. I got a little fun fact. Potentially, Lil Wayne got his
He's coming
name.
on the podcast.
Yeah! Potentially got his name from a Rudy Ray Moore film.
What film?
Why potentially?
Because it hasn't been confirmed anywhere, but on one of Rudy Ray Moore's films, I don't know what film, in one scene, there's like a back alley fight or something, and on one of the stage brick walls, Lil Wayne is Lil Wayne is tagged as Graph, like on one of the brick walls. And that movie, whenever the movie came out, that was like pre Lil Wayne's time. So unless there was Lil Wayne before Lil Wayne,
Yeah.
The meeting's running out again. We got to end this.
any other in 10 minutes. Any other musical artist name facts we got?
Nope.
Nope.
Everybody go check out Nightcap. It's Keagan's.
Wait, I got one more.
DJ group?
Oh,
okay.
You know how Dua Lipa got her name?
It is her name.
She leaps.
All right, bye.
See ya.